Hey everybody, what's going on? You guys doing all right? Okay, I hope you're all doing very well. So today I'm out in my yard of my new house. I wanted to give you guys a little yard tour. You guys want to hang out for a while in my new yard? Yeah? All right, I was hoping you would. Yeah, it's such a beautiful morning. There's a lot of birds chirping and a nice light breeze blowing. So there goes one right there. You wanted to say hello. Yeah, I'm just gonna go right over here in the corner and just go around the entire yard. There's so many beautiful plants and flowers. I think you guys are really gonna like this video. If you do, let me know and I'll make some more like this over the summer, okay? But before I get started, I just want to take a minute and say that I hope all of you guys watching are safe and healthy, and your family and loved ones are too. And thanks for all the wonderful comments you send me every day. I still read them all, and I have hands down the most loving, supportive comment section in all of YouTube, and I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. Yeah, here's one of my, if you guys can see it back here, one of my beautiful lilac trees. I just love lilac trees. They're so beautiful, and they smell really good too. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and make sure and let me know if you want more videos like this, okay? All right, everyone, here we go. So this tree in the corner and that one, those are Sharon trees, and those have the most beautiful pink or purple or white blooms on them in the fall. They're one of the last things to bloom at the end of the year. So I didn't get a chance to see them last year so I could see what color they're gonna be, but I'll definitely let you know when they start to bloom. And these ones down here, these are called hellebores. My wife and I planted these ones about 3 weeks ago. I think that's a red one. See the little red flower down in there? It's a green one. This is another green one. And then there's another red one over there. The really neat thing about these hellebores is they bloom all winter long. The cold from the winter won't make them die off, so I'm really looking forward to that. And these Sharon trees, you see these little flowers on top there? They have little seeds in there, and the little seeds will drop to the ground, and then you'll see all those little tiny baby Sharon trees popping up all over the place. That's what you get from those little seeds. So, but then over here is my beautiful lilac tree. I just love lilacs. They're one of my favorites. And there's a view of my backyard. I'm going to walk over this way. There's my sunroom, my old chair that I sit in. And there's my swimming pool. I tell you what, I had that pool looking so good yesterday. And we had a bit of a rainstorm yesterday, and a heavy wind blew through, and it blew all those leaves back in there. So looks like I've got some more cleaning to do. And then you can see we have all of these lilies around the pool area. Sorry if that sun's getting bright. This is my wife's little succulent garden. She wanted a garden so bad when we moved in, so we went and bought this little, it's called a raised garden. So you can just stand right there and put whatever you want in there. She just loves these little succulents. Those are actual shells that we picked up from the ocean when we went to South Carolina a couple years ago. Pretty neat. We still have those. And then this one here, hopefully you guys can see them. There's little tiny babies coming out. See the little tiny ones? Those are so cute. But yeah, that's my wife's little succulent garden. And then in this little pot there, I planted some pepper seeds. I want to see if I can grow some peppers this year. So let's walk back over this way. So this one here, that's a beautiful azalea plant. See if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Just a beautiful plant. Well, those birds are really going crazy this morning. There's a little tiny hosta coming up with a fern right next to it. And there's a bigger fern coming up. Aren't those beautiful? Sometimes I feel like I'm in a tropical forest here because there's so much different stuff coming up. This one here, this one's called a bleeding heart. Isn't that just beautiful? Every day I come out here and there's new stuff popping up, or there'll be a bush or a plant that looks like it's just going to be a green bush, and then the next thing you know, there's all kinds of flowers popping out on it. Let's just keep on going. Another beautiful fern. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, and definitely let me know if you like this, and I'll do some more in the future. There's another fern. And this, I'm not really sure what this is. I was talking to the previous homeowner, and that's just, he told me what it was, but I just forgot. It's a vine, and it's going to grow all the way up to the top of this trellis. Look, it already made it up to the top. So yeah, that ought to be neat. Hopefully it'll get some flowers on there. It looks like it's getting some buds on the top. Oh, this is one of my favorites here. This is called a peonies. And it has all of these little tiny flower buds coming out all over it. I can't wait to see this one. Look at all those little tiny flower buds coming out. And there's another hosta coming up. Isn't this just crazy? Those hostas, eventually they'll have a flower that grows right out from the top of them. And this here, this is just a big strip of tiger lilies. There's a lot of tiger lilies in this yard. And then there's right in the middle, there's another hosta coming up. So these are just all lilies. And there's another nice, beautiful hosta. There's all different types of hostas in this yard. There's a bunch of them out front too. I'll show you that in the next video. Some more lilies, another little hosta down in there. Here's another one of these peonies. I think I might have a new favorite plant because for some reason I just love these ones. I think I'm just fascinated with all these little flower buds that are coming out. And back there, more lilies. Ooh, these ones here, these are called Virginia spiderworts. There's a purple one. And there's a yellowish green one. Look at those, aren't those just beautiful? Some more back there. There's some more. Look at those ones, just amazing. There's a daylily. A couple more daylilies. Those come up first thing in the spring. They bloom right away as soon as it gets warm. And there's some regular lilies. Another daylily. I'm not really sure what this one is. If anybody knows in the comments, make sure and let me know, because some of these I'm just not sure about. And this one here, he doesn't look like he's doing very good, but this one's called a holly bush. I guess it gets red berries on there. And the local neighborhood rabbits will come around and start eating the berries. Okay. And this one here, this is called a redbud tree. It is absolutely beautiful. I think I have a picture of it when it had the little purple blooms on there. Every spring when the weather gets warm, it gets the most beautiful purple blooms. It's almost like a fluorescent purple. You can still see some of them just barely hanging on. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find that picture, and if I can, I'll add it in there for you. So yep, that's my little redbud tree. And I'm gonna keep on walking this way. That's another little Rose of Sharon tree. They drop these little tiny seeds down on the ground. And every year these little tiny baby Rose of Sharon trees grow up, and there's like thousands of them. I'm not really sure what these trees are here, or bushes. You can see they have little tiny, some sort of little tiny flowers coming out on them. And this is, I just call them a grassy plant, because it's just like really tall grass that grows up, but they get so tall, they get like 5 or 6 feet tall. Here's another one of those same bushes. Looks like they're gonna have lots of little tiny flowers that pop out. Okay. This is my little burning pit, little patio area. This is my little lawnmower shed there. I keep my little tiny lawnmower in there, my bike. Pine tree. Look at how tall that pine tree is, you guys. Seems like it goes all the way up to the sky. Another view of the pool, sunroom. That's the back of my house. I'm gonna walk over this way. Isn't this backyard just huge? I love it. Sometimes it just seems like a dream. I never thought I would have a house like this. Another one, I'm not too sure of what this one is. I know this one here, this is a forsythia bush. In the springtime, as soon as it gets warm, they have the most beautiful bright yellow blooms on there. You can always tell a forsythia bush because of the yellow blooms on there. And I think this is pretty much the same as the ones on the other side. If I ever figure out what they're called, I'll let you guys know. And hopefully they'll bloom in the summertime and show you guys another video once they bloom. More ferns over here. Another pine tree. I don't think this one's nearly as tall as the other one. It's pretty tall though. This one over here, I'm gonna have to chop some of those lower limbs off. There's a couple of nice trees back here. There's an expressway behind me off in the distance. Sometimes you can just barely hear the cars and the big trucks going by. And here's more Rose of Sharon trees. My mom said she never really liked the Rose of Sharon trees because when they bloom, that means winter's right around the corner. They bloom really late in the fall. Just the most beautiful flowers though. You can just see the little tiny leaves starting to come out. And another tree there. If you guys like this video, make sure and let me know and I can do more, because these, I've already had, plants that have already flowered and the flowers have fallen off, and there's other plants that haven't even bloomed yet. And I definitely wanted to do this today because these lilac bushes, here's another one on this side of the yard. These have already bloomed and they're almost done for the year. And I wanted to make sure and show you guys my lilac bushes. These are definitely some of my favorites. And here's another one. Beautiful white lilac. Okay. Here's another Rose of Sharon tree. I'm still working on this bed. My wife and I, we planted all this ourselves other than the Rose of Sharon tree. And here's another Rose of Sharon on this corner. And there's a beautiful azalea in the corner. Look at that one. Isn't that just amazing? Let me see if I can zoom in on it for you. Absolutely beautiful. And this one here in the center, this is a rhododendron that has absolutely the most beautiful pinkish purple flowers on there. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of this one for you too. This one bloomed about 2 weeks ago, and it's already done. And there's a hibiscus. You guys know I love hibiscus. No flowers on this one yet, but they're late bloomers too. My wife and I just planted this one and this one here a couple weeks ago, and I cannot remember the name. So that's okay though. And those are, that's a daylily. Those come up, those are one of the very first things that bloom when the weather gets warm. This one, and this one, and this one. Those are daylilies. Okay. See if I can turn around and give you a view of the whole yard here. There's our sunroom. You see the little skylight up top there. All right, let's walk around this side. All right, so this is the back of the house and around the sunroom. I'm really not sure what a lot of these are. Just so many plants and flowers. I know this is a daylily on the end here. I'm not really sure about this one. And this one here. I guess I should have, I'll remember now for next year in the fall I'll have to chop those sticks off, but it looks kind of weird right now because when we moved in there was a lot of, you know, just bushes that, you know, all the leaves had fallen off, and I didn't want to just, you know, pull the plants out or break the branches off before I knew what they were. Okay. Let's come around this side. This one's back in the corner of the sunroom. A beautiful little white flowers coming out. Look at those, they're little tiny babies. Another daylily. Not really sure what these are. They're all over the yard, and sometimes they come up in the grass. I think they might actually be some sort of just a wildflower. And this one, another daylily. And then here's another one of these. Okay. And there's another view of the yard. This one looks like it's going to have some little tiny red flowers coming out on it. More lilies. Another little hibiscus bush. I planted this one like 3 weeks ago. Hopefully we'll get some blooms on it. Okay. And another one of these. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm just not familiar with this one. I'm not sure what the name is, but when I find out, I'll let you know. All right, I'm going to give you one more view of this, my wife's little succulent garden. I just think this is so cool. Look at this one. It has all these little tiny babies coming out. Okay. All right, you guys. So that's about it for the day. I just wanted to show you guys my flowers and plants in my yard. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know. This summer when the blooms start coming out, I'll make another video for you guys if you want. Make sure and let me know. But as always, thanks for spending some time with me today. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for subscribing. I've gotten so many new subscribers over the last few months. It's just amazing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the wonderful comments you send me every day. I still read every single one of them. And I get a lot of comments these days too, but I still read every single one of them. It's a real bright part of my day, so keep them coming, okay? All right, you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.